because tomorrow President Obama is going to announce his new climate change policy. Reportedly, he's going to target coal-fired plants. To make his sweeping changes, the president may use executive orders. That means going to the EPA and going around Congress. Grover Norquist is with us. Grover, this sounds to me like a backdoor carbon tax by any other name. How do you see it?
Well, the president did tell us he was going to do this when he ran in 2008. Remember, he announced at one of his fundraisers that his goal was basically to drive the coal industry and coal-fired electricity out of business by raising their prices. Now, he wanted to do it with an upfront tax, but he hasn't been able to sell that. So what he's going to do here is have regulatory costs that will bankrupt coal miners, put coal miners out of work. In West Virginia, he doesn't care. They don't vote for him. Western Pennsylvania, he doesn't care. They don't vote for him. You look at where they mine coal, they don't vote for him. And he's going to drive the cost up on coal to try and create the alternative politicized energies that make campaign contributions to the Democratic Party, that solar and wind and so on.
Look, maybe I'm stretching a point here, but I think this climate speech may be having some impact on the market today, because the end result of what the president's going to say is higher electricity prices. At some point in the future, juice goes up, and I don't think investors particularly like that. What do you say?
No, I think that's exactly what's happening, and I mean, what's the other reason? And he's not. If he was to introduce a energy tax, the markets might go, ha, Republican House, won't happen, wouldn't affect the markets. But what he's announcing is he intends to do this stuff by executive order. It could take you a long time in court to try and undo any of that. The Democratic Senate will cheer quietly as he destroys the coal industry and drives up the price of energy and electricity for the American people. So he can do a lot of damage all by himself. I think his play runs as follows. Do the damage through regulation. Then the industry comes to you begging for a less destructive tax. And then you're off to the races to get an energy tax, a BTU tax, a carbon tax, which then morphs down the road into a value-added tax, because the energy guys go, why just us? Let's get everybody else. He needs the business community to help them raise these taxes.
Take a look at coal stocks at the moment. Now, that's a slam. Grover, you probably can't see this, but I'm telling you, they're all down 5, 6, 7, 11%. Now, that's a serious drop. Before we leave you, Grover, we always ask you questions about taxes. Can I ask you a question about Ben Bernanke? You blame him for creating a bubble in the stock market and elsewhere?
Yes.
There you go. Okay. Actually, that answer was kind of predictable, wasn't it? So, do you approve of him quitting the printing business?
Here's the challenge. I mean, you create these problems and then you announce you're not going to do it anymore. The problems you've created are still there. So I don't think it gets you any time out of purgatory at all.
Okay. Hey, Grover, thank you very much indeed. Busy day for all of us, I think.